Cancer, how you doing? It's me, Sarah. We're talking about the Aquarius full moon that we have coming up. It's over here in the 8th house of death, transformation, rebirth, like phoenix death. This is mostly for Cancer rising, but can be watched by Cancer sun as well as Cancer moon. But the grid itself is for Cancer rising. And the title of this video is You Know Better. You're leveling up. You know better. And although we can get intimidated, for lack of a better term, of people that have all the things at the tippity top of the castle, as adulting, we know that like we're all just figuring this out. We're literally all just figuring it out. Nobody knows what they're doing. Everyone is just figuring out. No human adult is like, oh, I've perfected this the first time I've done it. No, like we just have looked up to people and idealized them, whatever it may be. But people look up to you, Cancer. People look up to you. And there's certain things you know better. We know that everything is energy. So we have the sun over here in Leo, in our house of money, values, access to resources, and like this is like our personal possessions over here. When we're moving, this is, you know, what we put in the box. In the 8th house is the shared space, the apartment, the home, the, you know, loans, taxes, investments, yada, yada, yada. And so this moon is asking you and highlighting like what scenarios and what situations are you participating in that are not on your most authentic timeline. Is there a job? Is it your home? Is it a community space? Is it whatever it is, whatever it is. There's a difference between, like, we'll use job, for example. We need to make money. We know that. But if we diminish ourselves to go into this job because we're fearful that nothing will come from it, God will keep your abundances small and diminished and fear-based until you show up and you say, you know what? I'm journaling it out and I acknowledge that this doesn't serve my highest timeline anymore. This doesn't serve my most authentic self. I have to do so much to build up to it and then unpack and come down so much from it. So, and this could be a relationship. This could be a friendship group. This could be something like, it doesn't have to be like, it's just an exchange. It's just, this is you and your values and this is sharing with others. And so I'm going to get into a little bit of like fame mentality, leveling up, people watching you and kind of looking to you for guidance. I'm going to get all into that in the private group reading. So the link for my Patreon group is below. But for the public group, I just want to offer that I feel as though this moon, for most of the signs, this full moon is really attached to like some of our fear-based mentalities where Pluto is kind of in the mix of it. Why would you say that, Sarah? This little fucker over here is Pluto. Dipped into Aquarius on March 23rd, 2023. That was my birthday. Went retrograde, went back into Capricorn. I want to say it was like June or something like that. When was it? Where was it? It was a while ago. From May? Where are you? It was in June. June 11th, Pluto went back into Capricorn. And so Pluto will go fully into Aquarius the end of 2024, end of next year. So we're having a little bit of a flashback for basically Pluto going back into Capricorn. Since 2008, you've probably transformed your friendship group, your relationship group. Maybe some of you got divorced, remarried, divorced again, all these different things. It's been a real bumpy road. And so you've been clinging on to the few people that make you feel safe. I don't care if I really don't love you. You're here and you're in the bed next to me and I just need you to be there. Please never go. I'm scared. But what if we talked to God or the God of our understanding or the universe or gave it over to the moon and just said, you know, I really release negative attachments. I release fear-based partnerships. I release, you know, the need to feel safe and guide me, God, guide my sword, show me the way. Because when we release these like binds and these ties that keep us small and down, that's when everything pops. That's when we add 2 more zeros to the end of the number that we're asking for and getting paid for. So as you level up, it's scary because you're up on stage alone. You're up on stage alone and people are looking up to you and people are watching you up there. You're like, can I handle this? You can. You can. The North Node just went into Aries, my dear Cancer rising. And so this is really going to be beautiful, auspicious blessings for your public life, career, public image, not just the job that you do every day that's over here, but this is an exciting time to be alive. And God will bless you wherever you're at. If you choose to stay small, you'll get small blessings. If you want to be medium-sized, you'll get medium-sized blessings. But if you trust God and say, I will remove all the toxic people and shared possessions, I will set very healthy boundaries. Some of you might have to have legal contracts with certain people eventually. We're not doing that right now. We'll probably talk about that in a few weeks for the new moon that will be in Leo in your house of money. Like, give it over to God in a very... If you can't identify the people, if you're like, Sarah, I hear you and my feelers are going off and I feel like I'm being deceived and lied to, then ask God, I release fear of you showing me who is not meant to be in my life. You know who I'm talking about. You know what job I'm talking about. You know what situations I'm talking about. So maybe pull back and change your mindset. I'm so grateful that I can show up to this job. It gives me the freedom to pay my bills while I daydream and brainstorm for what's best for me, what's new for me. That's wildly different than being like, I fucking hate this place. I fucking hate everybody here. And I don't want to be here. And I'm so much better and smarter than fucking everybody here. But I have to show up here for the fucking money. And I hate that. Like, yeah. We're going to get into it in the private reading. Links below if you're keen. I'll see you there.